damage numbers. It's much less varied than the warrior's physical. Yeah. So we won here. We're in dumpster. I'm not trying to like flame. I don't like being a dick, but these players. It's like game doesn't do it for you. Okay. So this is ranked, huh? Am I tryharding? Is this the first tryhard Underlords stream? Oh god, what's the first pick if we're tryhards here? It's not Ogroid. Oh shit. I'm not locking for double bat either. Is it Bloodsuka? It's either Blood or Enchantress. These are not great opener picks. There's like one guy that ranked up in your game? Wait. Where? This guy's on his phone. Oh, these guys are all on their phones. Whoa, what the heck? Wait, are half these guys on their phones? One guy that... Oh! This guy's got blue! Oh! 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 Oh, I can be blue. That's so cool. This just fucking ranks. So I guess things get grayed out when you can't purchase them. Apparently they changed AI for auras. That might actually change the way you play in a decent bit. Make new knights work. Dude, I'm tryhard. This isn't make work stream. This is get big boss stream. Accentusku. So who do I think I want my Bloodseeker to be as disadvantaged as possible. I think the correct move, therefore, is to have him try to feed. Okay, so the perfect alignment would be Axe, like Bloodseeker takes damage. Axe slinks in on the side, stealing the kill. Oh shit, Bloodseeker actually goes in back. Wait, this was the worst. Wait, why did I put Bloodseeker in? Fuck. God damn it. That was the worst. I don't know why I did that. I'm never gonna do that again. I forgot about that. Troll Knights is pretty good though. Sounds kind of bad. I mean, how did they actually change Knights? They just changed like the AI, right? Did they change more than just the AI? I hate lose streaking. If there's ever a time to pick Silver Lining, it's here. I still want to see how this goes. I don't have a good board, and I did find it early enough. And I still also might find another one, by the way. If I find 2 Silver Linings, that is just funny. They changed like the font here, basically. I mean, even if I get Orc, I'm probably not even going to take it, so there's no reason to be feeding my axe. Abaddon Anami got those buffs? Sure, that's true. Go into game options so you can mess with the camera and make it zoom out to the fucking moon. Wait, what? Camera distance? 1400? How do I go back? Oh, this is what we needed. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't see anything. How do I turn the fog off? I want to be this zoomed out and play this zoomed out, but the fog actually messes me up. Embarrassment of riches. I don't know about this one. I actually am sort of thinking in round 3, I might prefer Brooch more. It's a pretty close toss-up. That being said, I am lose streaking. Maybe the lose streak just makes this better. So I wouldn't mind accidentally winning like the first one. As soon as I lose one, I want to keep losing, basically. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I want 2 bounties and a timber saw. I mean, maybe Silver Lining means I should just empty Fort Red at the start. It's weird. I don't think I need the Shredder, though. Make it top down.
Camera pitch. So pitch of... Is 90 top down? Ooh, 90 is a little too top down. Ooh. Oh. Is there no way to pan up? Ooh, that just looks bad. This could be an assassin game, honestly. It's giving me a good assassin start. I'm getting a great assassin start. 2 Bloodseeker, 2 Bounty, and a Quap. And plus, like, I've got some Druids, too. I should have leveled there if I wanted to win. But I can lose streak with assassins, too. That's fine. Default 65. Default... Okay, guys, you're gonna hate me, but for this game, I just want to keep things normal. Can I play with these later? Here, I'll tell you what. I'll make it a little closer. It's 751, okay? So it's a little closer to top down. There. You happy? I hit the top down. Yeah, it looks messed up. I wouldn't mind accidentally winning this. I do think I want to be losing by a little bit. Question is, who's better for Voidstone and who's better for Blightstone? 3 out of 4ing this feels pretty good. I might actually win this. 3 against 5 units. If my Bloodseeker gets good last hits. Okay, we're not winning this. I don't know, dude. This 3 units against 5. I think we're good. Yeah, we're totally good. Like, that's the true BM right there. I don't even want to win that, though. It's kind of like reverse BM. Yeah, that's no good. I don't know how to use Silver Lining here. I mean, I could be like empty forting. I think the most important thing is it's kind of insurance against accidentally winning, which is nice. It's making it a little hard to actually pop off, though. 2 people disconnected? Wait, it's ranked. It's not a coincidence that these 2 people are the ones on their phones. 2 people, you guys can't see, but behind my camera, 2 people at the bottom on mobiles have disconnected. You liked the character inking? Oh, the bold lines, you can turn it on now? Oh, you guys don't like it. It doesn't matter what I like. I bend to your guys' will. I'm your guys' bitch. You guys in Twitch chat, you don't understand. For streamers, you guys are my boss. I have to do whatever you want. I have no agency in this matter. I liked the bold lines. Okay, guys. Yay for bold lines. Vote nay for no bold lines. Let's go. Okay, so I want to hit this interest point. This is a rough one, though. Oh, God, how do I hit this one? I don't, right? Oh, I think it's impossible. This Silver Lining sucks, though. I think I sell the Enchantress, and then if I get a natural win... Nah, I'm not winning this one. This guy has a good board. Holy shit, this guy's board is insane. He's got 4 level 2s. And he's got Goblin Mech? Jesus. There's a spelling mistake in your title. Underlords are of TFT today. Whatever. As a viewer, I demand that you eat some pizza. Like I said, I really have no choice here. Let's have a slice. Alright. You're the boss. Oh, well. I guess I'm gonna get fat now. I hope you're fucking happy about yourself. I'm ready I'm not even hungry. That's the thing. Dude, elves are so bad. As a viewer, I demand you die of heart disease. Listen, I'm working on it. It's gonna take me a while. Luckily, I'm an American. I think this silver lining might be a trap, guys. This was kind of a disaster. We can do this, whatever. If you purposely make your board weak to lose streak, isn't it bad because you're guaranteed to also lose on opponent's board, feeding 1 gold to opponent? That's a good question, Illabad. So, no. And the reason is because you have 7 opponents and you're only feeding 1 out of 7 opponents, which means only about like 14% of what you're gaining is kind of being gained by the singular opponent, which is this collective of 7 opponents. Basically, a way to think about that is it's sort of like a trading game, like Settlers of Catan. Like, if you've got a lot of different opponents and you are engaging in some kind of trading resources game, trading in a 1-to-1 ratio will actually benefit you, right? Because you're only benefiting one of your opponents, whereas there's 7 opponents and only 1 you, right? So yes, I'm helping someone out by lose streaking, but I'm helping myself out too. Even if I'm helping myself out by less than I'm helping someone else out, it's still worth it, because there's 7 someones and only 1 me. Summoning Stone or Chainmail is actually a little hard. I mean, even just for Lone Druid, Summoning Stone almost makes some sense. I shouldn't have bought that PA. I messed up. Try this. I mean, I have a decent board. Like, we're going down a good line. Yeah, let's try to rank up a bit. Why not? Check out Underlords.com. They updated the site. Oh, is it pretty? I was thinking about selling my... I could sell my Enchantress. I've messed this game up a bit. I should be either committing to win streak or lose streak. It's hard when you choose Silver Lining at the start. I've never gotten a game where I've chosen Silver Lining at the start, and I'm not really sure exactly what I want to do with it. One viewer games, never again. I gotta get those ranks, boy. Okay. So Bloodseeker actually does want to be like closer, right? Because he actually has to physically run, so presumably it's faster if he's closer. We just have to demand viewer games so they can't refuse. Ranks will be reset. I mean, won't ranks always be reset? Like, every game has ranked seasons. By that logic, there's no point in ever doing anything. I was with this logic very early on in life. My parents were like, Swimmy boy, make your bed. And I was like, what's the point? It's just gonna get messy again. And I said, the universe naturally trends towards a state of entropy. Fighting this is meaningless. Vipper. I mean, I can go 6 assassin here. This could actually be better. Just because 2 of them are 2 stars. Oops. I should have this on someone. It's like, yeah, you're right. Ranked is ephemeral. It's going to disappear. And then one day I'm going to be on my deathbed asking, what did I do with my life? What did I spend my time on? I played video games and got points that are not only meaningless, but also literally disappear as a function of time. And I'm going to be okay with that. Because when you really think about it, every single thing in life can be described that way. There's honestly no real point in being alive. You said it, man. Here, here. And your gravestone will say, "Here lies Swim, big boss." Yeah, exactly. That's precisely right, dude. Big boss.
I'm basically 1/8 gay.
Ooh. Oh, sorry. I'm talking through a mouthful because my chat told me to eat pizza, but I'm welcome to the Winner Gay Club, Met Pep. There's still graffiti done by ancient Romans all over the world. Doing graffiti is clearly more productive than video games. You say that, but the point I'm making is when everything will always be gone eventually, does it matter even how long it lasted? When it's gone, it's gone. When it's gone and it leaves no trace, it exists in nobody's memories. There's nothing at a certain point in time that can even objectively be used to not only prove but even identify that something ever once existed. It doesn't matter how long it lasted. Like I said, there's honestly no point in any of this. Dog and Pony Show. I still don't understand why this is called Dog and Pony Show. That's a weird name. Okay. You guys can't get me to eat the crust. I refuse. I hate this shit. They're dogs and you're a pony? Oh. You did not refuse the crust? Eat the crust? Dude, I threw it in the trash can. You guys want me to fish it out of the trash can? You'll lose all respect you had for me if you watch me fish a 2-day-old pizza crust out of the trash can and then eat it just because you guys told me to. We'll go Blink Dagger. So putting Blink Dagger. Those were sweet items, by the way. Go Blink Quap. So what does Blink do? I can put it on Bloodseeker so he doesn't have to run, but then he loses the ability to wear an item. There are children in Africa who would beg you for that crust. You fish it out of the trash and eat it, young man. You know, I'm like 26. I'm not so young. Oh, what were the odds of that? Dude, that's rare. When a draw happens, usually draws are like the mech explosion thing. When a draw happens because 2 melee range units, one of them has a projectile between 2 adjacent cells at the same exact moment that it dies to the other's melee attack. That's really, really rare. Oops. I'm never gonna actually use that, right? It's actually let's try to play this a little more seriously. So the top guy is on Warriors, Goblin Max. He's got like the Undead Pocket. He's just kind of playing mid range. I'm actually not scared of this guy at all. His build path isn't leading to anything. Like he's 96 and he's streaking, but he's not really going anywhere. He's just playing early game. He's got like the triple Warrior, the triple Goblin, but he can't really that easily turn this into Goblin Mages. And there's nowhere else it can really go if he wants to like sustain late game. Like once our board makes a little bit more sense, once we get the Sand Kingu and the Lone Druid, we should basically be crushing him. I want to evaluate this Silver Lining and how good it's been. Gain 1 gold when you lose a fight. How many fights have we lost? Probably about 6. When you add on interest to that, it might have gotten me 7 gold. Okay, Enchantress is now out. Honestly, this is pretty easy. I don't think I can use any of this. If this guy transitions into Mage's Mechs, that's kind of the only way I lose. It's so weird. I'm actually like, it's very weird giving advice to people in my lobby. Over the last like 4 days of playing viewer lobbies, I've been trained to be like, if I say the words, I hope this top guy doesn't go X build, he's listening, and I know he will. This guy though, he's not listening, so we're good. I don't know. What did I take Silver Lining over? Do you guys remember? It was like just something generic, like a chainmail or something. Can you guys hear that chirping? He never said he likes TFT more. Even if he did, I doubt he would say it. I really don't like oversimplifying. I don't know. Everyone's looking for a fucking soundbite. I think TFT... I think it's a really, really big problem in this genre that you can't equip multiple items to the same hero. And I really would like to see Valve address that. For like long-term build design and strategy design, I think being able to equip items to the same heroes and combine items feels like something that should be in this game. We're messing shit up. This looks good. Will you play TFT or Underlords? I have no idea. I'll probably play a lot of both for the first like month or so. Like I'm playing Underlords now. Probably in a few hours, I'll switch to TFT or something. You guys will all complain and tell me you're unsubbing, you know. And then the TFT boys will come in, and then they'll all be like, "Oh, Swim, I'm glad you crossed over to the dark side." And then I'll switch to Underlords, and then they'll all unsub and complain. Basically, this is how the next month or so is gonna go for me. I don't know, dude. The Dota community and the League community are at such like warring factions. And be honest, how many of you guys are watching me play Underlords because you're Dota players and you're not playing Team TFT because you sneer at the fact of a League-based video game being worthy of your time? Like, I feel like a lot of people are basically choosing one game or another based on IP loyalty, which I think I personally would call a little silly. However, there is merit to the idea of these are level 1s. There is merit to the idea of I can only choose either Elf or Beast here. There's merit to the idea of like convenience. Absolutely. I don't know. I took for granted how easy it would be to learn a game with 100 heroes that I had no idea of what they were. Right? Is a terrible company. Dude, every video game company is terrible. There's literally like every single person in every game community ever, they say the same 3 things. A, my video game company is the worst one. Or other people's video game companies suck. They're all terrible. They're all equally terrible. B, this game is dying. There's no community. There's no community that can't be called dying. Every game is dying. Again, the universe trends towards a state of entropy. This is just how things are. Of course everything is dying. We're just gonna have to accept this. Dude, am I getting a tree 3? That's pretty sweet. I need to actually, like, play this video game. Sell the Medusa now. Slark and Sand King. So it's time to sell, I guess, Bloodseeker. I don't know. It sounds cliche. There's like this divide of like League players and Dota players. You know, what's that thing they say in like movies where it's like the villain is like, "Ah, you're more like me than you realize." Or it's also like in movies like where it's like you and this other guy that think you're very different. It's like, "Ah, you know, we two are one and the same." Are we actually ejecting Morphling? It feels like Morphling has a hard time fitting all of a sudden. My bench space is like actually screaming in pain. We're not so different, you and I, exactly. So we came online in the mid game. We have the build that comes online. This guy in first place is still fairly healthy. As you can see, he's getting gangbanged by my board. He's going to continue getting gangbanged by my board. Assassins is a build that falls off, but I don't think it falls off harder than his board. His board is going nowhere. Like, this has zero direction. He just jammed powerful dudes on his board, which is how you win the early and mid game. It's going to happen if you do this every time. It's like you streak, but if you don't figure out a way to make your board into something, you will just like get stuck, and it won't be able to be improved after a certain point. God damn it! I feel like I need a co-op 3. It's actually such a disaster, dude. I'm all out of space. Dude, what am I supposed to do here? I don't want more Slarks, do I? I need to rearrange my items. I need like my Voidstone to go on TA properly. This has been like a bad item situation. I'm also curious whether Chainmail or Summoning Stone would have been better there. Dota and League are both hero-based games. Of course you'll choose your favorite based on IP or characters. I wouldn't phrase it like that. I would say it shouldn't be surprising that some population of people do that. I think that a large population of people chooses that and then sort of pretends that their game is better because they like it better. I do agree with what you're saying. What you're saying is correct, and maybe I like poorly phrased what I was saying at first. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that, you know, you should expect people to like choose things based on what they expect they're gonna like. Getting to level 9 here honestly just makes sense. This guy is interesting. So this is the 3rd place guy, and he's like deep in warriors. This is the guy that actually scares me. The young BAME guy is already out. This guy is on... Is this 9 warriors? God damn it. If I lose to this shit, I swear to God, dude. I'm actually losing to 9 warriors. This guy just... ass blasted me. 15 health to 9 warriors. Fuck, dude. So I don't need Slark anymore. I can officially get Slark off of my board. There's no magic damage here. This like young beam guy. I was thinking, no, he does have a decent amount of magic damage for sure. But I'm not worried about his board, and it's not even like that much magic damage. He's not going like 3 mages or anything. So Slark has to be replaced. Replacing Slark with Morphling will do well against 9 warriors. I want to shove magic damage. Give me Pocket Sand, please. Pump until you get Enigma or Techies and you win. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know about Techies. Enigma would be good, though. That's an easy Pocket Sand. I don't even care.
I've never actually gotten pocket sand while actually playing the video game properly before. This has never once happened. So I'll be interested in trying this out. I don't really know how strong pocket sand is, and honestly, it kind of doesn't really matter, right? It almost can't matter how strong pocket sand is. Cause like I know it's strong enough that if you're an assassins you take it, and if you're not an assassins you don't take it. I think if you're an assassins you take it over anything. For 2 seconds near where they jump, it's a 50% miss chance. I mean, that's really good. It's really important to note that like this makes opponents not able to gain mana, and that's really huge. Blink ruins the pocket sand for your quap. I think that's probably true. I'm not sure exactly how that interaction works, but that would be a reasonable guess. I would be pretty surprised if we didn't get first this game. The 9 warrior guy might actually force us into second. Normally, assassins is not really a comp that's supposed to even try to get first. Lich, you. Ah. Level 3 quap feels like it's gotta be good. I wish my PA and my Sand Kingu are still low leveled. So this is the 9 warrior guy that beat us before. We have pocket sand this time. Our board is slightly better. You know, we have the level 3 quap starting to put in some work. Looks like we're still losing, which is okay. Our board still needs to get better than this. I'm actually pissed. I keep queuing into him too. Like this young beam guy we beat every known universe. We should probably just spend our gold at this point in time. This doesn't really get any better. I guess the one thing about pocket sand is we want to spread out our backline. Theoretically, like, upgrading our 1-stars is probably too important. We still have 4 1-stars. Well, 5 even with techies that are just chilling. This techie's bomb, I think, has to do a decent bit. Like, look at this. This is going to do all the damage. This is going to be great. Let's look at these DPS charts. So there's damage you and damage enemy. Yeah, this is good that they split this into 2. The techies just did like 2k. That's pretty solid, pretty tight. Normally, when you fill this 9th slot, it's very commonly not no TFT to play. I'll play TFT today. At least I plan to. In a couple hours. I don't know, is it back up yet? I haven't really decided. I never officially decided what I wanted to do today. It's just when I started streaming, TFT was down, so I didn't even have a choice. Oops. That's not good. We should not have done that. Okay, 9 warriors. Techies 2. And 2 3-stars. Now is time, dude. Come at me. I don't know. I'm gonna play both games, guys. I'm actually gonna make nobody happy. None of you are gonna be happy, because I'm gonna play both video games. Okay, Bear, do your thing. Bear's tanking. Root. Get somewhere, please. Oh my god, dude. Oh! Oh, meld! Oh! What?! What the hell was that?! Dude, are we actually gonna lose? 9 warriors, too good. It's just too good. Missing that other TA felt really bad. So if we get the extra hero slot, we can easily put in Enigma. Hey Swim, as long as your dumb builds make the vast majority of the rest of the player base enraged and unhappy, I'll be happy. Yeah, that's kind of how I see it as well. That's usually how I derive pleasure. I find fun and happiness in general to be a zero-sum game. I mean, isn't that just rational? Like, when you really do think about it, if other people around you are miserable, shouldn't you just, like, it kind of makes you think, wow, it makes you be more grateful for what you have, right? So if you make them miserable, Hunter's Focus, Radiance. Level 3 Gondar can use this fairly well, I guess. Something like this looks fine. It's like Void has to be on techies. I think I want Radiance on Bounty and Blightstone on Quap. I think that makes the most sense. These are damage items that you want on your big boys that survive longer. Radiance on the melee, Blightstone on just the one that Radiance isn't on. I'm not too sure about Vanguard and Chainmail. How would you play around elves? What? How would you play around elves? I mean, I would build something like assassins that counter elves. I'm not sure precisely what you mean by play around. Is like the elf passive? I don't know how I would position around the elf invis passive. If someone was building elves, I guess playing assassins could get a little bit better, but honestly, it's usually not going to be enough to affect it. Like, elves is not really that powerful, and it doesn't really matter what you play. I guess the item Bloodthorn helps you go through Mischance. Mostly, like, any good build should just be able to beat elves, though. They don't seem that good. Your items are pretty shit this game? No. My items are pretty great. I'm very happy with where my items are. Are you kidding? I mean, in the early game, we got Voidstone on round 3. We got Chainmail and Blightstone. These are, like, the two best... These are, like, two really, really good early game items. Like, the armor ones are so good. Vanguard is quite nuts. And Radiance is obviously busted. Like, I guess Silver Lining and Blink Dagger didn't do much for us this game. So we got one dead pack with Blink Dagger, but I'm fine with that. Okay, so I think we should win the game now. We can level up and put Enigma in as well. Leveling up here, I think, just makes the most sense. We could wait for a bit of interest for the creep round, but I honestly do favor just leveling here. The question is, at this point, do we want to try to get the Enigma thing off first? And I think Voidstone should change hands because of that. If I'm worried about Techies not going off, I could put like a Chainmail on him. At level 2, Techies has to go off, though. There's no way it doesn't. So someone's getting doomed. Doom prioritizes higher star units, right? So he might just like doom the Treant or something. Doom on Techies before Techies ults. That's a pretty big deal. That could actually win him the fight. Let's see how that does. I think we're good though. I think this is a fairly good example of why 9 Warriors is bad. I mean, if you needed an example. Certain late game heroes like Enigma are just like too good of a counter. You can just build things that go through armor, like magic damage on Techies and the percentage based thing on Enigma, and you'll just kind of win. I mean, also Warriors, I mean, even if I couldn't do this, they would still be kind of bad, honestly. Not gonna lie. I'm just looking for like a Morphling, right? Okay. Should DPS on Gondar Radiance? Yeah. So the DPS for Radiance was about 2,000 there, which is pretty good. And someone asked before why Radiance on Gondar instead of TA. And it's because Gondar's melee unit. So TA will be adjacent to fewer units to burn if she's moving around and into range is less. Whereas like Gondar's perfect. He's survivable, just because he's super tanky at 3 stars and he's melee. If Gondar was 2 stars and TA was 2 stars, I'm not exactly sure who I would put it on.
It depends on a lot of factors. Replace your smoke alarm batteries? I'm trying. They're really high on the ceiling, and we don't have, like, a ladder. I don't know, man. We have, like, 4 smoke alarms in the place, too, and I don't know which one it was. I pulled 2 of them out of the ceiling and just, like, shut them down. I terminated them, but it wasn't one of those 2. And the other 2 are on really tall ceilings that I can't reach. Techies was dealing physical damage that still got blocked by BKB last I checked. Physical damage? Wait, what? That's pretty bizarre. So Maelstrom wants to be on something that scales with attack speed and survivability. That's the most important thing. So attack rate is high with Gondar. Gondar has the highest attack rate, and he's got good survivability as well. So let's do a little bit of theory crafting on where we would like this item to go. It's a little bit tricky because Gondar is our Radiance character, which means our Radiance would have to change hands, all for the benefit of a slightly higher attack rate. I think that having Maelstrom on something like TA is fine. She's got great survivability, and her attack rate is only, what? So every 7 seconds, she'll get 1 less attack. At 17%, that's right? Every 7 seconds, she'll get 1 less attack. So in terms of a DPS perspective, every one of the attacks adds 100 DPS to Maelstrom. So it's like every 7 seconds she'll have 100 less DPS. So the DPS decreases by 17, which is, I think, pretty acceptable. I guess that's an easy calculation with Maelstrom. It just makes your DPS scale with your attack rate. Like 17, it's 83 extra DPS, whereas on Gondar, it's 100 extra DPS. Wait, is that literally as simple? That's all that math is, right? Wow, that was a lot easier than I thought. I was doing that the hard way. Easiest way to check what damage Techies is dealing is see when the bomb goes off and look at your damage numbers. If it's much less than varied than the warrior's physical. Yeah. So we won here. We're in dumpster. I'm not trying to like flame. I don't like being a dick, but these players didn't really build things that made sense. The 2 opponents I had this game were the guy that like went early game into nothing and the guy that went 9 warriors. Don't go 9 warriors. That's not a real build. Let's go again. We're gonna rank up.